Imagine a world united by one man's vision. A man who rose from the wind-swept steppes of Mongolia to reshape the destiny of continents. A man whose name still echoes through history as the architect of the largest contiguous empire the world has ever known. That man was Genghis Khan. His story is not just one of conquest, it is a saga of resilience, innovation, and transformation. Let me take you back to the year 1162. On the rugged Mongolian plains, a boy named Temujin was born into a life of hardship. His early years were defined by tragedy, the poisoning of his father, the betrayal of his tribe, and the desperate struggle to survive in a harsh and unforgiving land. Yet, from these adversities, Temujin emerged as a leader of unparalleled determination. By the time he was in his early 20s, he had begun uniting the fractious Mongol tribes, forging them into a disciplined and formidable force. In 1206, Temujin achieved what many thought impossible. He was declared Genghis Khan, or universal ruler of the Mongols. But his ambitions did not stop at unification. He envisioned a world where the Mongols would transcend their nomadic existence and become masters of the known world. With military innovation, strategic brilliance, and unyielding will, Genghis Khan launched a series of campaigns that would shake the foundations of empires. The Mongol army was unlike any other. It was fast, adaptable, and ruthlessly efficient. Genghis Khan's generals employed strategies that emphasized mobility, intelligence, and psychological warfare. One of the most iconic battles of his reign was the siege of Zhongdu, modern-day Beijing, during the war against the Jin dynasty. Using advanced siege weaponry, including massive trebuchets capable of hurling boulders over walls, the Mongols overwhelmed the fortified city. The capture of Zhongdu signaled the collapse of one of China's most powerful dynasties and cemented Genghis Khan's reputation as a master tactician. Another defining moment was the campaign against the Khwarezmian Empire. After a diplomatic mission was brutally rebuffed by the Khwarezmian Shah, Genghis Khan unleashed a ferocious invasion. His army employed feigned retreats to lure enemy forces into ambushes and systematically dismantled the empire's defenses. The fall of Samarkand and Bukhara not only demonstrated the Mongols' military prowess, but also their capacity for psychological warfare, as stories of their might spread terror across the region. But Genghis Khan was more than a conqueror. He was a visionary leader who understood the importance of governance and culture. He implemented the Yasa, a code of laws that ensured order and discipline within his vast empire. This legal framework addressed everything from property rights to military conduct, fostering unity among diverse peoples. Genghis Khan's emphasis on meritocracy allowed capable individuals, regardless of their background, to rise through the ranks. This inclusivity not only strengthened his administration, but also encouraged loyalty among his subjects. Under his rule, the Silk Road, the lifeline of trade between East and West, reached unprecedented levels of activity. The Mongol Empire's commitment to protecting merchants and travelers created a network of safety that spanned thousands of miles. Goods like silk, spices, and precious metals flowed freely, while ideas, technologies, and cultural practices traveled alongside them. Papermaking and printing techniques from China found their way to Europe, while Persian astronomy and medicine enriched Chinese knowledge. The Silk Road became a conduit for a truly global exchange, made possible by the stability Genghis Khan's empire provided. By the time of his death in 1227, Genghis Khan had laid the foundation for an empire that stretched from the Pacific Ocean to the Caspian Sea. At its zenith, the Mongol Empire was the largest contiguous empire in history, stretching across vast regions of the world. It spanned from the windswept steppes of Mongolia in the east to the shores of the Caspian Sea in the west. In the north, it reached the freezing expanses of Siberia, while to the south, it controlled large parts of China, the Indian subcontinent, and the Persian Gulf. The empire's reach also extended into the Middle East, encompassing parts of the Caucasus, Central Asia, and even the heart of Eastern Europe. This immense territory, made up of diverse cultures and peoples, was bound together by the unrivaled military prowess of Genghis Khan and the vision of his successors. At the peak of its power, the Mongol Empire controlled more than 33 million square kilometers, an area larger than any other empire before or since. The vastness of this domain not only demonstrated the military and strategic brilliance of the Mongols, but also reflected the extraordinary scope of Genghis Khan's ambitions. But his legacy did not end there. His successors, including his grandson Kublai Khan, expanded the empire to its zenith, governing territories that encompassed China, Central Asia, the Middle East, and parts of Europe. The Pax Mongolica, the Mongol peace, ushered in an era of stability that facilitated global trade and cultural exchange. Yet, as with all great empires, the Mongols' dominance could not last forever. Internal divisions, overextension, and the resurgence of local powers began to erode their control. The empire fractured into 4 khanates, each struggling to maintain its grip on power. By the late 14th century, the once mighty Mongol Empire had faded into history, leaving behind only its indelible mark on the world. Today, Genghis Khan's legacy is complex. Some remember him as a brutal conqueror whose campaigns caused immense suffering. Others see him as a unifier who brought disparate cultures together and laid the groundwork for modern globalization. What is certain is that his story is one of extraordinary ambition and achievement, a testament to the heights humanity can reach, and the costs of such heights. As we reflect on Genghis Khan's rise and fall and his empire, we are reminded of the dual nature of power. It can create and destroy, unite and divide, but above all, it leaves a legacy that shapes the world for generations to come.